Hey, what's up? It's TheBoysdontcry96's here, and I'm here to give you guys my favorite films of 2009 list. Now, before I start, I would like to give a few honorable mentions to films that came very close to making the list but didn't quite make it. Those films are, and I'm just going to list four of them, because there's a lot of films that I really loved in 2009. Those films are Inglourious Basterds, Coraline, Funny People, and A Serious Man. All really great films, all had a chance at being on my top 10 of the year, and they didn't quite make it. Now, for a while, some of them either were in my top 10 or even in my top 5. One of them was, and they're all really great films, no question. But I guess I just prefer these. All right, so number 10 is Band Slam. Band Slam, I remember going into it a bit skeptical, even with the positive reviews, and I loved it. It perfectly captures. It's just such a realistic film, and it captures so many feelings, so many moments, and it's just a really well acted, really well written, really underrated film, I think. Number 9 is a film that when I first saw it, I didn't really like, but now that I've seen it again and I've been watching it quite a few more times, I can completely say that it's one of my favorite films of 2009. That's The Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus, a very underrated film. I know it got a lot of mixed reviews, and I really love the film. It's a really wonderful fantasy. It really well acted. Andrew Garfield's in it. He was really good. And just everything about it I really liked. It's a really beautiful, really moving, really weird film. And it's by Terry Gilliam, and I think that Terry Gilliam's a great director, so yeah. Number 8 is another movie that I thought was very underrated, and that was Taking Woodstock. Taking Woodstock, I don't know what everyone's problem with the film is. I think that they were just really mad because you don't see any footage of the performers, when really it's not about the performers. It's about the kids and this certain situation that happened, you know. And I think that perhaps if a lot of people went in thinking that, they wouldn't be so disappointed. That's what I loved about the film. I love the feel, just every single thing that it makes you feel, and it's just a really great film. Number 7 for me is Fantastic Mr. Fox, the Wes Anderson stop-motion animated film. One of my favorite animated films, and one of my favorite Wes Anderson films. It's a really great film to look at, and overall it's just a really witty, really funny, and a really great film. I love Fantastic Mr. Fox. Number 6 is Whip It. Whip It is, in my opinion, has one of the best performances from Ellen Page. I'd say one of the better performances. Because, I mean, in the past, before Juno and Hard Candy, I mean, she did have her performances were kind of hit and miss before Hard Candy, and I just think that in the film she does a really great job. The humor really works. It's a really funny film. It's just a really great film in my opinion. I really loved Whip It. Number 6. Number 5 is a film that originally was my number 1. It was even one of my top 5 favorite films of all time for a month. And it's definitely isn't one of my top 5 favorite films of all time now, but it certainly is one of my favorite films of the 2000s decade. Definitely in my top 30 of the 2000s decade. It's a beautiful film. Where the Wild Things Are. Really well acted. Max Records deserves an Oscar nomination, not a win. Really well written. The dialogue really well directed. Spike Jonze really deserved a Best Director nomination. It's a great film. It's a great film. You'll laugh, you'll cry, oh my god, it's amazing. It's amazing. Sorry if I'm talking a little down. I have a bit of a cold, but yeah. Number 4 is Up in the Air. Now, this was also my number 2 for 2009 originally, and it's now my number 4. I do still love the film, and really, there's not much I can say about it because it's up in the air. You know, everyone's seen it, everyone loves it. Number 3 is 500 Days of Summer. Same thing, you know, everyone's seen it, everyone loves it. I'm not going to talk too much about this. Number 2 is one of my favorite movies of all time. One of my favorite films of all time, no question. Adventureland. I love Adventureland. I think it's a pitch perfect film. I think it's very well written. I think it's very well acted. One of Eisenberg's best performances, and it's a really fantastic drama. One of the best films of the past decade, in my opinion. Now, my number 1 film is a film that received a ton of mixed reviews when it came out, and it's a love-hate movie. If you go on Rotten Tomatoes, it has like a 50-something% rating on Rotten Tomatoes, so it's a really love-hate film. that would be Lime Life. Lime Life is a film that I think is fantastic. I think it's well written. I think it's really well acted. I think it's a great drama. I think it's a great comedy. In that, because it is kind of comedic. It's a really great film. It's on Netflix Instant. I really want everybody to watch it because it's seriously one of my favorite movies ever. I think it's a pitch perfect film in my opinion. I love Lime Life. So that's my top 10 favorite films of the year 2009. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and that's it. Peace.